about them cabbages? Broccolis. They're pretty happy, eh? Doing good. The bigger ones are over on that side. I did water them yesterday.
Okay.
They look better than the cauliflower. I don't know what the problem is with cauliflower. I really put these close together. And after I put the slug bait, they really seem to take off. So we'll see.
So Wednesday, May 2nd?
Yeah.
Charlie and Teresa garden for two. That's Teresa. She just opened up one of her beds here to show us. What do you got over here? Bunch of weeds?
Nothing.
Bunch of weeds.
This is where the tomatoes are going to go. I've got 12 tomato plants.
She's got 12 tomato plants for there.
Various kinds.
This is
smaller bean patch this year because I still have a freezer full of string beans. I have a freezer full of tomatoes too. So I'm cutting back on them this year.
Charlie and Teresa garden for two, not eating enough food.
I went for a bigger beet patch because last year's beets pickled so well and they were so yummy. So
Can I raise
said,
my hand
want
off
more.
camera? I'm off camera. Here, I'm raising my hand.
Yeah.
Yes. Thumbs up.
Right now there's nothing growing in there except for some clover. No
I see beets.
beets? There's no beets in there.
No, I see
There's
them. I
weeds.
see them over here.
Oh, okay.
Here they are.
And
There's a-
I call them spring cabbage because they don't ever get really big and they grow really quickly. I think they're supposed to be heading up in like 55 days. So they
Right
need another
on.
month.
Why don't you show the people the first two beds that got flooded? They haven't seen an update on that.
Oh gosh. Well, we thought the asparagus was dead, and I was all ready to give them up and think that they had contacted our bacteria. But
Water mold.
despite the fact they were flooded, they still came back. So
And we had some. Not much, but we did pick some.
the onions that I grew onions from seed for the first time in my life.
Oh,
And there,
well, you want me to show this? I'll show you your onions.
yeah.
This is how you garden in Delaware. This is so low here, and there's so much clay. We put the raised beds in, and we've been fixing up the soil. Tons of compost, horse manure, cow manure, or whatever we can get.
Yeah, it
And
has
we're along the road, so you might hear a truck coming by. So here's the asparagus bed. Any asparagus beetles yet this year?
I found one and I squished it, but I will. Oh, here's one right here.
I saw one fly by the
Oh,
camera.
here's another one. So I'm going to be
Oh,
spraying.
I see them from here.
I'm going to spray them with neem oil this evening. So there's two. There's one there and one there.
Have you guys ever seen a beetle?
Eh,
There's one right under there.
yeah, they see coming.
Move your finger. He's on the stem behind you. He's right there.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Not
anymore. It's the organic way of getting asparagus beetles.
Yeah, there was two on this stem, but
Yeah.
I think what they do is they drop. So if you see any more,
Yeah.
I see one.
Look at all those nice weeds you got in this bed.
I'm afraid to hoe them because if I hoe them, there might be more asparagus coming up where I have.
What this is the newer bed, and this bed is a year older. So you can see these guys are much taller and they're fatter. Not too bad.
Oh,
Teresa's playing with the asparagus beetles.
Yes, not copulating in the asparagus.
Jeez, hon, that's on the video.
I don't care.
What's on the stem over here? You can see this stem.
I killed 6 of them. Where?
That main stem right there, going straight on down to the ground, all the way up. Yeah.
I guess I don't see what you're talking about.
This.
Oh, I don't know. That could be. Oh boy. That was.
Get this one off my sleeve. These,
Oh, he flew away.
he flew away. He's on my sleeve of my shirt.
I
Yeah.
decided I'm starting a regimen this year, like at least every 10 days, of spraying them with neem oil, because that'll kill the beetles, and it will also kill the rust, asparagus rust.
For the rust. Okay.
Yeah, I had to, last year at the end of the season, it got very bad, and I hadn't wanted to spray, but now I'm just gonna. Things have to get treated, you know, when you see them. You can't just ignore it.
Yeah, we've never had so many pests as we have here in Delaware. This is our second year in the garden, so we're learning. So what do you got in this one?
These are carrots. They
look awful dry.
Yeah, I'm about to give them a sprinkle. But this is a bed. One of the original beds when we first moved here, we had one bed that we grew beans and one bed of asparagus. So this has had sand added to it, which is kind of dicey. The clay was so mucky that I wanted something finer to work with. And carrots tend to like a finer soil, not so much a heavy clay soil.
Yep. Your carrots last year were delicious. They were so sweet.
I grew them in the bed where the onions are. And that's probably why I chose that bed for the onions. The soil's a little bit finer in there.
Well, this section is what we call our garden section. She's got 10 raised beds over here now. And that's not bad for this is really the second full year of gardening, I guess. And then we have the compost piles right here. And then back behind there is where we had our potatoes. But that's going to be, what, watermelons this year?
Watermelons and cantaloupes.
Watermelons and cantaloupes. We did really good watermelons and cantaloupes. And then that area is our orchard area with our peach trees, blueberries, and strawberries, potatoes.
Yeah, it has a perimeter of 3 foot, just regular garden soil over in the orchard. So
70 feet long, 30 feet across. Huge for 2 people. Oh my gosh. Teresa does all this by herself. I don't help. So I'll help.
You do?
I'll help eat and cook.
You make the compost.
I make the compost. Yeah. She says I make the compost. I could say something about that.
It's I always had compost. I've had compost for 40 years. I've had gardens, but I've never been very vigorous at turning it and you know, stirring it up. But it worked all right. But my husband's compost gets so hot that it really.
What's that today? 125? 125?
125 right now.
125.
And
So
it cooks down to a nice crumbly, like what you see on the TV.
yeah, I think I'll get gypped. I mean, I fill up the compost bins. I fill it up 6 feet tall. I come back a few days later and it's like 3 feet tall. I'm like, wait, what happened to all the work I just did? It's gone.
Yes, Mother Nature does that.
Anyhow, this is our tour of our garden so far this year in Delaware. And we had a lot of rain, as you guys all know. So we had to do ditches all around here to drain off the water real fast.
See, this is not a carrot. I'm not sure if they, I mean, it's right in line though, but it's a different color. So has a kind of an anise scent. So I'm waiting to see what it turns into. You see, it's like a bluer color.
That's
I mean, it's possible one of the seeds that I planted was a different color carrot. Like
Christmas tree.
A purple carrot. a red carrot.
All right, this is Charlie and Teresa. Quick update from our vegetable garden, Delaware. Till next time, thanks for watching.